When I gave birth to my son Ethan in the fall of 2023, I felt a mix of overwhelming joy and paralyzing exhaustion. He was perfect, with his tiny hands and that unmistakable baby scent, but I was not. Pregnancy had changed my body in ways I hadn't anticipated, and in the weeks after Ethan's arrival, I barely recognized myself in the mirror. The extra weight I carried felt like more than just pounds. It felt like a weight on my soul. My stomach was soft and stretched, my arms felt heavy, and my face was rounder than I'd ever remembered. But it wasn't just about how I looked. I was constantly tired, short of breath after climbing a flight of stairs, and struggling to keep up with the demands of caring for a newborn. Every new mother talks about the sleep deprivation, but no one really prepares you for the emotional toll. Between the late-night feedings and the endless cycle of diaper changes, I barely had time to think about myself. Yet when I did, it wasn't kind thoughts. I remember standing in the bathroom one morning, brushing my teeth with Ethan strapped to my chest in his carrier. I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror and just stopped. My reflection looked like a stranger, puffy eyes, unkempt hair, and a body that felt so far removed from the one I had before. I started crying silently so I wouldn't wake him. It wasn't just the weight. It was the loss of confidence, the fear that I'd never feel like myself again. I didn't want to be the mom who hid behind the camera at every milestone or avoided social events because I didn't feel presentable. A few months later, at a routine visit to my uncle's house for Christmas dinner, I hit a low point. Everyone was laughing and enjoying themselves, but I felt like an outsider. My uncle, always the observant and caring one, noticed. After dinner, he pulled me aside and said, "You've been through a lot, but you deserve to feel good again. Have you heard of Liv Pure?" I shook my head. "It's a supplement I've been using," he explained. "It's not magic, but it works with your body to boost energy and metabolism. It helped me drop the weight I put on during quarantine. Comment holiday special to get the link for Liv Pure if you want to experience the transformation." At first, I brushed it off. The idea of a supplement fixing how I felt seemed too simple. But he handed me a bottle and said, "Just give it a try, you have nothing to lose." The next morning I opened the bottle. The capsules were small and easy to take, and the instructions were straightforward. I told myself that I wasn't looking for a miracle, just a nudge in the right direction. The first week was subtle. I didn't suddenly drop weight or feel like a different person, but I noticed small changes. I had more energy in the mornings, enough to take Ethan for a walk in his stroller. Those walks became my escape, a way to clear my mind and move my body without feeling overwhelmed. I started pairing Liv Pure with small adjustments to my diet. Instead of skipping meals and binging on snacks late at night, I prepped simple, balanced meals during Ethan's naps. I swapped sugary sodas for water and made an effort to move a little more each day, even if it was just dancing around the living room with Ethan. By the end of the first month, I had lost 5 pounds. It wasn't a huge number, but it felt monumental. I could button my pre-pregnancy jeans without struggling, and I felt lighter, not just physically, but emotionally too. As the months went on, Liv Pure became a constant in my routine. Its effects were steady and supportive, like a reliable friend cheering me on. By spring, I had lost 20 pounds. I started incorporating light strength training at home, using Ethan's nap times to squeeze in short workouts. Comment holiday special to get the link for Liv Pure if you want to experience the transformation. By summer, I was down 40 pounds. My confidence was returning, and I felt strong enough to take Ethan to the pool without covering up in a baggy t-shirt. For the first time in years, I felt like I belonged in my own skin. Autumn brought new challenges, with Ethan learning to crawl and keeping me constantly on my toes. But instead of feeling drained, I felt energized. Liv Pure wasn't just helping me lose weight. It was giving me the stamina to keep up with my growing baby. When Christmas 2024 rolled around, I walked into my uncle's house feeling like a completely different person. I wore a fitted green sweater dress that hugged my curves in all the right places, and for once I didn't feel the need to hide behind the camera. My uncle greeted me with a knowing smile. "I told you Liv Pure would change your life," he said, pulling me into a hug. It wasn't just the 60 pounds I'd lost or the way my skin glowed. It was the confidence in my stride, the joy in my laughter, and the peace I felt within myself. I was present, for Ethan, for my family, and for me. That night, as I sat by the fireplace with Ethan in my lap, I reflected on the year that had passed. The journey hadn't been easy, but it had been worth it. Liv Pure had been the catalyst, but the transformation was mine. Looking at the Christmas tree, I made a silent promise to myself to keep going, to keep growing, and to never lose sight of the woman I'd become. When my uncle introduced me to Liv Pure, he described it as more than just a weight loss supplement. He told me it was designed to work with the body's natural processes, not against them. At first I was skeptical, but the benefits I experienced proved it to be a game changer. Comment holiday special if you want to know what I started to use to lose weight and make my comeback. The most immediate difference I noticed was energy. Before Liv Pure, I struggled to get through the day. Caring for Ethan as a new mom left me drained, both physically and mentally. But within days of starting Liv Pure, I felt a surge of natural energy, not the jittery, short-lived kind from caffeine, but a steady vitality that kept me going from morning to night. I could play with Ethan without feeling winded, keep up with household tasks, and even take time for myself, whether it was a brisk walk or a quiet moment with a book. Over the following weeks, I started seeing changes in my weight. Liv Pure's formula seemed to help regulate my metabolism, which had been sluggish since pregnancy. Paired with small changes to my routine, like walking more and eating balanced meals, I saw consistent progress on the scale. But it wasn't just about the number. I noticed my clothes fitting better, my face looking slimmer, and a newfound lightness in how I carried myself. Comment holiday special if you want to know what I started to use to lose weight and make my comeback. One of the surprising benefits was how Liv Pure improved my mood and mental clarity. I had been battling postpartum fog, where even the simplest decisions felt overwhelming. Liv Pure helped me feel more focused and present, which made a huge difference in my ability to care for Ethan and manage the demands of daily life. And then there was my skin. Before Liv Pure, I had struggled with dullness and breakouts, likely from stress and hormonal changes. Over time, my skin began to clear and take on a natural glow. Friends and family commented on how refreshed I looked, which only boosted my confidence further. As the months went on, the benefits compounded. I wasn't just losing weight, I was regaining control of my life. Liv Pure became a cornerstone of my routine, giving me the consistency and support I needed to make lasting changes. By Christmas 2024, I had achieved a complete transformation, not just in how I looked, but in how I felt about myself. Liv Pure had been the catalyst, but it was more than a supplement. It was the spark that reignited my belief in my ability to care for myself, and that belief became the foundation for a healthier, happier life. If you're ready to unlock a better you, comment holiday special to get the link for Liv Pure. Don't wait to start your own transformation and experience the energy, confidence, and focus you deserve. Make every day count as your journey starts now to peak and thrive. Don't forget to like and subscribe.